Hi there. I don't care what anyone says. There's nothing better than owning your own business and being your own boss. Being the author of your own destiny. Being able to work when you want, how you want, and yes, even as hard as you want. Owning a Propertyscouts franchise will allow you to do that and more. But we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. So let's start at the beginning. My name's Milton Weir and I'm the very proud owner of Propertyscouts New Zealand. I've been a property investor and involved in property management for years now. I love the property management industry and pretty much anything to do with property. So being involved in property management has allowed me to pursue my interest and make a little bit of money along the way. Propertyscouts started in Dunedin in 2004 as a property finding business, but morphed into property management when we started getting requests to look after properties for investors. There were fewer property management businesses back then, but at the same time, Kiwis being the DIY types that we are, meant that most landlords thought they could look after their own rentals. Government records show that here in New Zealand up to 60 to 70% of rental properties are still privately managed by private landlords. That's a lot of private landlords still managing their properties on often no more than a wing and a prayer, and represents, in my view, huge growth potential for professional property management. As the Dunedin business grew in size to become one of the biggest property management companies in Otago, I came to realise that there isn't a lot of difference between renting a $200 a week property and a $1,000 a week property. Generally, the processes involved are the same, and if it's not done right, either type of property can cause you a lot of grief, resulting in wasted time and often wasted money. It would be safe to say that I'm a pretty process-oriented type of person. With 20 years experience in the police and 5 years after process auditing with internal affairs, I believed that I had the skills to write pretty much the perfect processes for property management. So with the aid of a full-time business development manager, I took the best part of a year off and wrote what became the Propertyscouts Operations Manual, what franchisees like to refer to as the Bible. It's over 200 pages of detailed step-by-step property management. It covers how to start your business, grow your business, and maintain your business with as few problems as possible. This allows each of our franchises to be able to confidently offer our highly regarded landlord rental guarantee. Our rental guarantee has proven to be an excellent tool for business acquisition. With the manual written and all of the processes fully tested, I decided to establish the Propertyscouts franchise system. We finally got everything in place for this and rolled out our first franchise adverts over the Christmas period 2014-2015. By mid-2015 we had 3 franchises up and running and we were on our way. Since then we have sold 13 startup franchises across New Zealand, and between them they look after thousands of properties. Our long-term goal is to be the most known and trusted name in property management throughout New Zealand. We'll achieve that by being really good at what we do, maintaining our distinctive branding and continuing with nationwide advertising. At present, we're advertising through the MediaWorks platform, and we're the first independent property management company to advertise on national TV. If you're watching this, then maybe you're interested in a Propertyscouts franchise. If so, you'll probably be wondering what you get for your money. Well, first off, let me say that I've tried to keep the cost of buying a franchise as low as possible, and provided you have a suitable car, phone and computer, then pretty much you have everything you need to get started. The purchase price of a Propertyscouts franchise varies depending on the area you're interested in, but generally range for a startup business is between $22,000 and $29,000, with an additional capped contribution of $500 towards legal costs. Startup franchises are exactly what the name suggests. You'll be starting from scratch with no existing properties under management. From time to time we do become aware of property management businesses that are for sale, but you need to be aware that this would add to the cost of buying a franchise. To date, all of the franchises have been start-ups, except for the Dunedin business, which I sold as a going concern. 3 of the other franchises have added to the size of their business by buying existing rent rolls. Everyone buying a franchise gets a full week's on-site training, their own section within the New Zealand website, and a full suite of professionally prepared marketing and branding collateral. And of course, it goes without saying that you get your very own copy of the operations manual, the A to Z of property management. My full-time role is to be there for all of the franchisees from day one. Franchisees are encouraged to become members of the Independent Property Managers Association, of which I am a committee member. As well, I am a member of the Franchise Association of New Zealand, which has a comprehensive code of conduct for franchises, as well as strict criteria around disclosure requirements. In both 2017 and 2018, Propertyscouts New Zealand was a finalist in the Westpac Franchise Awards for the Best Emerging Franchise System. As part of the process in buying a franchise, I encourage interested parties to contact any of the franchisees and talk to them about their experience. Rebecca Harris and her husband Brad started their Propertyscouts startup franchise in Invercargill in June 2015. Since then, they have been voted the supreme franchise winners at our annual conference for the last 3 years running, and Propertyscouts Invercargill is now one of the largest property management businesses in the region. Here's what Rebecca has to say about her Propertyscouts franchise experience.
Buying a Propertyscouts franchise was both exciting and, let's face it, daunting. My husband Brad and I had been investing for years, managing our portfolio along the way. Looking back now, we realise just how vulnerable we were as private landlords. After signing up for our franchise in Invercargill, we eagerly headed away for our week's training. It was comprehensive and full on. There's no way you can learn everything in 1 week, but at the end of the week, we left feeling confident in our decision to join Propertyscouts franchise. We left feeling driven and well supported. Once we were home, the operations manual became well worn, offering direction and tools to help us navigate through daily property management. Getting started was an exciting and challenging time, but we stuck to the processes, and short of Milton's words, it all fell into place. We've really enjoyed being part of the franchise, gaining friends and support through the networks it provides. Milton has been a great mentor, supporting us through the tough times and encouraging us with the wins. He's always been just a phone call away to offer advice when you need it. Would I do it all again? Absolutely, and without hesitation.
If you're still interested in investigating the possibility of owning your own Propertyscouts franchise, then please get in touch. Remember, at Propertyscouts, we offer you the opportunity to work for yourself, but not by yourself.